Hi, this is CAD/CAM Lessons. In this part of the FreeCAD series, you'll learn how datum planes work and how to use construction geometry so your sketches stay clean and predictable. We'll also solve real mirror and sketching problems when the default coordinate planes aren't enough. In this example, I showed you how to create a datum plane that lies between faces. Now I will move on to the next example and tell you a bit more about datum planes. I will create a new project as a parametric part. Generally, if you create a model and have an outline of this model, and you know that, for example, you will be creating some features through mirroring, then, if there is such a possibility, it is worth creating the model from the beginning in such a way that it is possible to use the basic planes of the coordinate system. If, as in the previous case, the starting model will be a rectangular box, you can create it so that the center of this box is at the origin of the coordinate system. Now, we will create a box with dimensions of 150 by 100 millimeters, whose center is at the origin of the coordinate system. And I will create an extrusion here, for example, to 10 millimeters. And now if I create a feature on this box, for example, I will do it in such a way that I create another rectangle here, select the external projection command, and create reference geometries based on these edges, and now I select the rectangle drawing command. I place the first corner of the rectangle at this point, and to constrain the second corner of the rectangle to this point, I define the shorter dimension of the rectangle, for example, as 40 millimeters, and I do not enter the second dimension. I simply hover the cursor over this line and click the left mouse button to constrain the rectangle corner to this edge of the solid. Now I close the sketch and create an extrusion, for example, to 20 millimeters. And we have another solid fragment, and if I want to create this solid fragment on the other side, I simply select this operation, I select the mirror operation, and here the vertical sketch axis was selected by default as the mirror plane, but in this case we can use the YZ plane. We click OK, and we have the mirror copy created. And it will be similar if, for example, we create another feature on this face, and do it, for example, in such a way that I draw a circle with a diameter of, for example, 10 millimeters here. And now we will define the position of this circle. I click the right mouse button to end the circle drawing command. I select the external projection command and create reference geometry to this edge of the solid and to this edge of the solid, and click the right mouse button. And here we can do it such that we simply define the distance of this hole from these points, but we can also create another geometry here, which will be construction geometry. And construction geometry is geometry that takes part in the sketch but does not take part in the next stage of creating the 3D model, and I will show you what I mean in a moment. I select draw line and draw a line more or less like this. Okay. I click the right mouse button, and now like this, I select this point, select this point, select this point, and choose the symmetry constraint, and now I select this point, select this point, select this point, and choose the symmetry constraint. And now this line lies in the center of the solid. And now I select this point, select the line, and choose the coincidence constraint. And now the circle lies on this line, thereby lying in the center of this solid fragment. Now it is enough for us to define the distance of the whole center point. For example, from this point I will enter 10 millimeters here, and we have the circle placed such that the circle center is offset by 10 millimeters from this edge of the solid and lies in the center of this solid fragment. I click the right mouse button now, and at this moment this line is a sketch line, and it is a regular sketch line, and this line will take part in the next stage of creating the 3D model. If I close the sketch now and choose, for example, the pad operation, a warning appeared here. Wire is not closed. And if you are learning FreeCAD, this warning might appear regularly. And the point here is that these sketch geometries intersect, and FreeCAD doesn't quite know, based on what to create the next solid fragment. For this sketch to be correct, the sketch should be one continuous geometry. And as I mentioned, this line is regular sketch geometry. And I want this geometry to be only helper geometry so that it does not take part in the next stage of creating the 3D solid. And to do this, we change such a line into a construction line, and we do this by selecting this line and choosing the toggle construction geometry operation. And now this line is construction geometry. If I close this sketch and want to create another solid fragment based on this sketch, I can do it. I click OK. Now it looks like this, and I can also create a mirrored copy of this solid feature. I can do it such that this solid fragment will be made in this spot. Or if I choose another mirror plane, this solid fragment will be made in this spot. I click OK. And I have something like this. And here we used the basic planes of the coordinate system all the time. The situation will look different if I create some geometry here. I will draw, for example, a slot more or less like this. Here 40 millimeters. This dimension does not matter. And here I will enter, for example, 4 millimeters. OK. I click the right mouse button to cancel this command, and now I select this point and select the x-axis, and here I choose the symmetry constraint. We have some redundant constraints. Okay, I clicked on all these constraints here, and quite a lot of these constraints are redundant, and I click the right mouse button and select the delete option. Okay, and here something went wrong. Constraints that were needed were also deleted. Therefore, I press Ctrl-Z and Ctrl-Z again and press Ctrl-Z again. And here I will try to drag this geometry a bit. Okay, here while drawing this slot, I accepted the angle dimension. Therefore, I select this dimension and press Delete. And now everything should be fine. I select this point, select the x-axis, and choose the symmetry constraint. Now I will also define the distance of the slot center from the edge of this solid fragment. I select this point and choose dimensioning. And here in this axis I enter 2 millimeters. I click the right mouse button, close the sketch, and based on this sketch I will create a pocket in the solid, for example to 5 millimeters. Okay, and now I would like to get this slot on this solid fragment but on this side. And of course we could draw such a slot. But here I just want to show you with an example how we can deal with this if we cannot use a coordinate system plane as a mirror plane, and we can create such a plane. However, what I mentioned, if you want to create a plane that is to be between two faces, in this case, I would like the construction plane to be between these two faces. Then if you want this plane to be perfectly between these faces should be equal to each other. In this case, these faces are not equal to each other. And now if I select the Datum Plane command, the plane will be created by default in this way. And here I need the plane to pass through the center of this solid fragment. And here if we rotate it around the x-axis by 90 degrees, in this axis everything looks correct. But if we wanted to mirror from here to here, we could use one of the default coordinate system planes, just like we did in this example. In this situation, we need a plane that will be perpendicular to this plane and will pass through the center of this solid fragment. And to do this, we need to use rotation around another axis here, around the y-axis, and I enter 90 degrees here. And now this plane is tilted, and this results from the fact that the surface area of this face is different from the surface area of that face. And in this way, at this moment, we cannot do this. We have to apply a slightly different approach to creating such a construction plane here. Therefore, I cancel this. Regarding construction planes, we can create construction planes based on various geometries. And as for me, I approach this more by trial and error, and sometimes I simply select two edges, I select the Datum Plane command, and check what happens, how such a construction plane will be generated. Then I enter the rotation angle around the x-axis. If it doesn't suit me here, I check around the y-axis how it will look. And here too, it doesn't look good. So this is a bad approach. I cancel this. And now, for example, I select 2 points with the Control key. I go to the Datum command. And here it looks like it is good. Such a plane suits me. I click OK. Some information appeared here, some warning, but momentarily I ignore this warning. I recompute the solid, and now we can use this plane as a mirror plane. I select the feature I want to mirror. I select the mirror command, and here as the mirror plane, I select Reference and indicate this plane, and I click OK. And this warning that appeared while creating this construction plane can be ignored. Here, in this case, everything works, and often we can ignore such warnings, but we can also try to create such a plane so that the warning does not appear. Therefore, I will undo this operation now and remove this construction plane. And we can also create such a plane by indicating, for example, 4 vertices. And here, by the way, we will use the vertex selection mode. I switch only to vertex selection, and now I accidentally won't indicate either an edge or a solid face. And here, to create such a plane, we can also select 4 vertices. We do this with the Control key. We select the Datum Plane command. And here too, we apply a rotation around the y-axis by 90 degrees. We click OK, and here we no longer have any warnings. I click the left mouse button to deselect all geometries. I select this operation, choose the mirror command, and here as the mirror plane, I indicate this construction plane. I click OK, and in this way, we created such a plane. And precisely sometimes cases arise where creating construction planes can be useful. Often these are cases where we need to use such a plane for a mirror operation, but we can also create sketches on such planes. And now, for example, I will create a sketch on this plane. I select this plane, I select Create Sketch, and now this plane is the sketch plane, and here I will create, for example, a sketch for the operation of removing material by rotating the sketch around a specified axis. I will create a circle, for example, with a diameter of 10 millimeters. I will switch to the view on the sketch plane, and now if I close this sketch and select the revolve operation, an error will appear. I cannot use this sketch for this operation. Even if I change the angle here, it won't work, because for the revolve operation or for the groove operation, we need a sketch that will be a half section of what we want to create. Therefore, I go to edit this sketch now, and here I will draw a line like this. Okay, I click the right mouse button, and now we will do it so that this line lies in the center of the circle. Therefore, I select the line, select the point. I press the C key to apply this coincidence constraint and trim the circle fragment to have a half section. I close the sketch, and now I select the groove operation. And here an error appeared regarding the axis of this operation. And here we have a vertical sketch axis selected, but I will switch to horizontal sketch axis. I click OK, and we have something like this. And here in this example, I wanted to show you that we can use this plane as a sketch plane as well. And in some cases, this can be useful when we want to create some geometry that does not lie on a solid face. And we can also create a sketch plane based on a solid face. If you select a face and choose the Datum Plane command, a construction plane will be created based on this face. And you can move this plane. For example, we can move it in the z-axis so that this plane enters the solid a bit. We click OK, and now we have a plane that is offset by a specific distance from the solid face. And in certain situations, this can be useful. We can create a sketch on such a plane. I select Create Sketch. And here too, for example, I will create a circle. But first I will create reference geometry. I will switch to the view on the sketch plane. I select Draw Circle. I place the circle center in this spot. I draw a circle with a diameter of 10 millimeters. I close the sketch and, for example, I perform a pocket operation to 25 millimeters. I click OK, and we have something like this. So construction planes can be very useful and can allow for creating increasingly complex 3D models. Regarding construction planes, this is not all yet, and in the next example I will show you another application of construction planes and another operation for creating 3D models in 3D CAD systems. Now you can create datum planes in multiple ways, use them for mirrors and sketches, and avoid sketch errors by switching helper lines to construction geometry. To see the next step, click the video on the screen or subscribe and continue the full series in the playlist.